Yes. Let me know you can hear me on YouTube, man. I've been having some technical difficulties. I got a lot of noise in the background. What's up, man? Hey, G. What's up? Let me put this out. Let's pin that, man. Hope everybody's doing well. I really do these on YouTube now. I just go on Instagram as a courtesy, so sometimes people on Instagram be like, man, adjust the charts. Like, bro, I'm not here on Instagram. I'm on YouTube, man. We're going to talk a little bit about Facebook. I wasn't going to go live today because I got to do my campfire real estate tonight, but we need to talk a little bit about Facebook. Such a big drop. I hope the noise isn't too bad. I have a dude that's I'm seriously about to stick this pressure washer up his ass. He will not stop fucking spraying. And he's been spraying the same little spot for, like, bro, you might need a sandblaster or just paint it. It's like, oh my God. The noise never stops here, man. I don't mind noise. I hate ridiculously loud, stupid noise. We're looking at Facebook catastrophic blast. If you're in our Discord group, I put out yesterday, fully anticipate Facebook to get blasted. Matter of fact, I'm about to probably cut my size in Amazon in half. I got two choices: ride the wave, take the punch. But so far, every major large tech company that reports is getting blasted. I was pretty right about this one. I feel like I'm probably right about Amazon. I got two choices: take the position size down. I could buy puts for protection, or just say fuck it and ride the wave. Since I have it on as a swing trade, I may cut the trade to 50. I'm going to leave it up to you, man. I may into the close cut the trade in half. You might need to make that determination on your own. So anyway, let's stay on topic here. Facebook, do not buy this stock. Do not buy this. This is a money flow violation. Anytime a stock drops by more than 10%, only suckers buy it that day. Okay? Now, will there ever be times that this is wrong? For sure. We can look at the recent Walmart collapse. It immediately took off. That almost never happens. These stocks are not in favor. Tech stocks are the shit stocks of the stock market. Period. Doesn't matter if you like them. Doesn't matter what you think about Facebook. Everyone that has money hates them. So they're not going up. Period. Okay? It's not going to happen. Doesn't mean in a year from now it's not double the price. That's not what I'm saying. Let me turn that off. What I'm saying is this is not when you buy. And the money flow is designed to protect you. So rule number one, a 10% move. Now, that doesn't apply to a penny stock. Those things have their own volatility. Stock like Facebook, a 10% more move, you need to figure out what happened, and you need to take your time. I invoke an immediate 3-day rule. I don't sell and I don't buy in 3 days. So if I own a stock that had a catastrophic collapse, maybe I need to get out. That may be an option. Sometimes companies don't come back. I still have a 3-day rule. And in those 3 days, I need to go read, see what happened. What happens on the 4th day? Well, on the 4th day, we could have a viable bottom. You notice how all these numbers kind of go together in the money flow? So this is currently our bottom, right? But we need 4 days to confirm this. Well, if we got a 3-day rule, we're almost there. So what does the 3-day rule means? Well, it means this bottom holds, and then during the 3-day cooling period, you get to go read and see what actually happened, and then go see, is it fixable? Is this a real problem, or is this a temporary problem? Temporary problems are good. We want to take advantage of other people's fear. Systemic problems are bad. Okay? So make sure. So here it is, man. This is where the money flow is going to help you. What's up, Britt? What's up, Brittany? What's up, Paul? Todd. Man, I can't even pronounce your name, man. I feel like I know you, man. Why you got a weird name on here? I think people be changing their screen. Man, it doesn't help. Man, I'm already 52. I have a hard time doing social media as it is. You guys changing your pictures and your screen names. I'm all fucked up. I never know who's who. Somebody will join. They'll follow me on Instagram under one name, talk to me from an account from their job, and then they'll fucking Facebook me from a totally different picture, and then they tweet me with a little Gumby picture on there, and then they talk to me in Discord with a totally different name, and they're like, you don't know who I am? It's like, no, man. You got 19 handles. I don't know who you are. So, and now multiply that times 160,000 followers who all have 3 different fucking names online. It's like, no, I don't know who you are. So the only way I can know who you are is you stop changing your name. Okay? Pick a name and stick with it. That should be a social, that's like a new money flow rule. Pick a name and stay with it. And then make all your social that name. Okay? Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. It's called marketing. So it's like the other day I was like, well, what's your name, bro? And he's for your business. And he goes, oh, it's Kumichik. I'm like, what? It's underscore dash dot FYZ. I'm like, bro, nobody can do that. Listen, you're trying to market on the internet. Go buy a domain name and have it forward to Linktree. And then have all your shit there. That's a simple, man, I just saved that guy a lifetime of problems. And then he didn't want to tip me. And I go, now you can buy me a beer. And he's like, what do you mean? I just saved you thousands of dollars, man. So anyway, he ended up buying me a beer because I gave him a free business lesson. So $99. We don't touch this for 3 to 4 days. Okay, 3 to 4 days minimum. Let's go read. Are there exceptions to this rule? Okay. You ever hear, if you trade with me, sometimes I call an audible. That's just experience, okay? It's not because I really like the stock. Usually if I call an audible, it's because like being a quarterback. Quarterback walks up, looks, sees the defense, and he's like, oh, no, this is not going to work. This defense is about to kill this play. So he calls an audible, okay? You don't want your quarterback doing that unless he has some experience. Matter of fact, some coaches don't like it at all. So I only do it if I see shit, the nuances of the stock market. So let's look at Walmart. I think this is the one I'm thinking of, man. I'm getting so old. Let's see. This example will work. This isn't the example I was looking at. Let's come over here and talk about this stage 4 decline. We love them. Stage 4 declines are your friend. So sexy. New people don't like them. That's because they got little minds. They haven't figured it out. It takes a while to mature inside of the money flow. A lot of smart people come into the trading society, but that don't mean they know shit about stocks. They might be a doctor. Okay, good for you. You still don't know shit about stocks. You might be a lawyer. Good for you. Matter of fact, my experience, most lawyers quit. They don't even give trading 10 fucking minutes before they quit. That's been my experience with lawyers. Like zero hang around. So, as a profession, I'm not a big fan of lawyers, by the way. They tend to lie a lot. They get paid to lie. They get paid to bullshit, make up stories, do what they can do to get there. I'm not against that. I would want my lawyer to lie too. But as a general rule, I don't like hanging out with them. I got 2 friends that are lawyers. They get mad every time I say that. It's like, don't worry, I don't like realtors either, but I got friends that are realtors, so. They're like, well, who do you like? I like the Walmart people. I like Uber drivers. I like those guys. I like everybody drives for Uber. I'd love a Uber driver over a lawyer any day. I cannot think of a bigger waste of fucking money than hanging out with lawyers. So, listen, big move down. Let's pretend like you just met me and I said, don't buy this. I know it's Walmart. I know it's below the 200. I know the RSI just went extreme. I know it's undervalued, but don't buy it. 3-day rule. 3-day rule. Don't buy it. So day 1, day 2, day 3. We're like, all right. He said, what about mortgage lenders? Real estate agents get mad at me. 2 of my best friends are real estate agents. So some of that is just me fucking with them. But as a general rule, man, realtors drive me crazy. They put more effort into that damn glamour shot than they put into learning business. Not all of them. I should be nicer. No. Mortgage lenders have made me a wealthy man, Ace. Always be nice to your mortgage broker. And if you got a personalized banker, I send them gifts. So we send them fudge and shit every year, man, for Christmas. So look, big move down, down, down. So this is day 3. Do we buy here? Nope. What are we waiting for? Confirmation of a bottom. Means we need the lowest low where at least one day gets above it. So we got there. Now we need what? 4 days. 3 at a minimum. Could you call an audible on a stock like Walmart? Yes. But don't do it until you got at least one day that stops dropping. And look, almost always, and this is another class, but let's just drop this in while I'm here. Yeah, my wife makes the best homemade fudge, bro. If you ever had it, you'll be like, oh shit, I see why he got married. I'm gonna be honest, man. She might be right. The only reason I got married is food. So, like, good cook. Ladies, don't marry any dude that's not a hard worker. These are just life tips from an old person. So look, see how far away price is from the 20-day moving average? That ain't going up anytime soon, man. That shit ain't going up. That's just a general rule. Once you learn the money flow, if you have my Getting Started with Stock Charts course, I joke around and I call this a broken family. That's a broken family. Meaning, look how far apart, like nothing's good going to happen until that shit comes together, right? Which we see right down here. Now, if just that as a general rule, the 3-day rule, and we need at least an anchor point with a couple days up before we even consider buying this, look where that happened to be, man, which was like basically in the zone that it started going sideways. So then if we come over here and we were to look at a money flow pattern, you're like, holy sheep shit, that looks just like that. Down and then sideways. Amazing. So once we learn to see the nuances of the market. But here's the thing. If this stock isn't in favor, it's going to take even longer. If the stock's not in favor, tech stocks are not in favor. And until the favor changes, they're not going to get any breaks. So the slightest mishap, bam, blasted. And it'll stay that way until one day it doesn't. And then it's over. And then boom, then they take off. That's just how it works, man. And the market holds a grudge. It holds a grudge. Look at Boeing. Let's see. Are we still on YouTube? What's up, man? MFG in the house. Carlos. This is where we're at on YouTube. So you guys on Instagram, I save all these on YouTube. Okay, man? Also, if you want to... Here, let's do this. Brittany said fudge. No wonder I'm single. Lisa, you should do one of those mail order brides from Europe. Get some big European dude. Guys do it. Why can't women do it, right? Why can't ladies get a mail order bride that doesn't speak English? I have this on Instagram, so you should tell them, hey, they'll be like, do you want him to speak English? No, I don't want him to speak English. Shit, the less talking, the better. Let's see. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. If you need some people to trade with, man, text us. I do got some requirements, though. I do got some requirements. Now, Brittany says that the dudes in Eastern Europe are good looking and tall. Mm-hmm. Do tell. Get some traveling dating advice. All right, so the Walmart example is a good example of what we looked at it. Let's look at FedEx. That's another one recently that completely imploded. And I want to prove my point to you, man. Yeah, don't be a lawyer, man. I'm going to end up pissing off some lawyers probably. I'm going to be honest, dude. Every interaction I have ever had with a lawyer, I fucking hated them. And I hated everything about it. It was gross. I felt used. They charged me a ridiculous sum of money to say stupid shit. They write pages and pages of nonsense. They make everything more complicated. I've never been in a situation ever. Now, maybe one day this will be made different. Maybe some lawyer out there could change my opinion. But in every situation I've ever had, the lawyers came out well and everyone else involved got screwed. I think that is a horrible thing for a profession. Matter of fact, at my condo right now, I got a lawyer protecting a crazy person. This person is completely freaking insane, and they're paying the lawyer, and the lawyer makes money for managing and protecting a crazy. You don't have to be a medical doctor to look at you can tell when someone's crazy. It's not a secret, and the lawyer protects them, man. So I'm not a fan. All the lawyers are leaving MFG right now. I wouldn't tell. Matter of fact, like most of them don't even tell you they're lawyers. They don't even tell you. They're afraid of what you're going to say. Now, we have a judge in the MFG. Now, for protection purposes, we don't mention who it is. Some of you guys, he's in our Discord. You don't know he's a judge. I know he's a judge. So he's a lawyer. But I'm not talking about that person. They're judges. That's different. So here's what happened. FedEx, massive move down, right? Let's clean this up, man. I got sidetracked. Who brought up lawyers anyway? Let's see. See that massive move there? Uh-oh. There goes Lisa, white knighting it. Lisa's going to be a white knight and defend the lawyers. What about real estate lawyers? I've never used one. I'm going to be honest. I've never used one. Matter of fact, we had a campfire meeting and they were bringing in a lawyer and I was like, oh, Jesus, I'm out of here, man. I can't be in this meeting. I don't meet with lawyers. That was the low of the day. If we have our 4-day rule, right? Would we buy here? You're like, but it's FedEx. Don't buy it. Next day, it went up. So maybe that is the bottom. Day 3, you're like, man, I got to get on this. No, look at that. Look how wide. See that open, wide fan of those moving averages? That's got to come in, man, before we even get any kind of serious. And then look, starts going down. And there is the bottom. Shit, I better hit delete. I almost hit power off. Here is the bottom. My goodness. And where is our buy signal? 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, right in here. Pat-ow! And what? That's been the bottom since. God damn. Looks like I know what I'm doing. So, stage 4, stage 1, right? That, my friends, is the money flow. Stage 4, stage 1s. You bought FedEx. All right, Kirby, don't. You know I'm going to pick on you if you did something dumb. $50. Look at you. Nice. So she bought, Kirby, how come you're not in the money flow gang, man? So look where she bought it at 150. She's not even in the money flow gang. On all my lives, never on the money flow gang. I'm going to have to sick them on you. Be like, hey, just harass this person until she joins. We're going to pull a Scientology on you. We're going to fucking start following you, sending you shit. Join. Join us. Perfect. Perfect. Now, what if that comes down and it heads lower? It was still perfect. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's what she just said. She wants 140. She's being smart. So let's say she bought some here And now she can't because it's break. Well, you could today. You could buy a little more, but she's thinking like I'm thinking when it comes to buy and hold. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to buy the two. I'm buying ones. I'll buy trades on this. I'll buy a trade in the two. But usually when it comes to buying holds, I've already bought on the low. I don't need to wait on the two. Does that make sense? I'm constantly buying stage ones because I think over time, if I do that, that lowers my price point. I'm constantly catching bottoms. Well, let's say this comes back down and she gets her thing and it stage 4 declines. Right? And it comes down some more, and then we go sideways again. Well, you just do the exact same thing. And as the years and months play out, those price points, every time there's a sell, you get to bang them down, and then when the market runs up, you just let your stock run. And that's how you end up with over, 3, 4, 5 years. And then soon, when the stocks crash, your shit's in the green. You're like, yeah, man, talking to a kid the other day. He's still up a big time in Bitcoin. Why? He bought at 3,000. It's 19. Well, if you bought at 60, it sucks. If you bought at 3, you're still up pretty good. So it's all in your perspective, right? Let's see. Goodbye, Curvy. 150. Perfect, man. Oh shit! Don't even get me started on chiropractors. No, I'm kidding, dog. I'm just joking, man. I don't even have a chiropractor joke, man. I need one. What's up, Ashton? My man, Ashton. So, don't touch Facebook, okay? It's too soon. Now, let me show you one where it didn't quite work right. Snap. I would have told you the same thing. Don't touch Snap. Why? Now I'm going to tell you why I might have made an exception on Snap. And this is my total fault. I wasn't paying attention. That thing put in a doji. And as a trader, I might have traded this. And I would have put a stop right here. And I would have let this run. And then I would have took my money and ran. And that's a different strategy than what I said. And you got to understand strategies. And you can have a main method of trading. Like this is what I do. And then you got a couple little deviants from that. Little things you do. Like I got a buddy, it's a scalper. I got people that do this, do that. But they have a main way of trading. And then when the setup sets up, they might take it. And you saw there was another one there. But I didn't move on this. I'm shocked that I'm actually surprised that it's come back up, to be honest. I am. Even though that price was stupid cheap. This is what you would call a V recovery. Let me clean this up. It got crazy. I highly doubt Facebook does this. I really do. This is so rare that it just bangs down 30%, stops next day, straight fucking up, all the way back. Like that's rare, man. Those are called V bottoms. And you're like, why? Because it never put in a flat bottom. We saw that during COVID, a lot of V bottoms, straight down and then straight up. Now, if you start to see that a lot, remember we're looking for fractal patterns. Most trading, there's different types of trading, but there's pattern trading. Even if you're using math in your trading, there's still a pattern that's there, a setup that looks the same all the time. And if you see a lot of stocks V bottoming, this is the opposite of a V bottom. This is sideways consolidation. This is what most do. They get smashed. GP would have said wait. Got to wait at least 4 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need a day. Then we need a bottom. So the next day, that was the bottom, right? And then the next day, the bottom. And as soon as it gets over the 5, for me, that's a buy signal. Now I'm drip buying. And as a trader, there's another buy. There's the breakout. And where would have been my target? Up in here. Didn't hit it, right? Didn't hit it. But that's kind of the breakdown, and it depends. Are we trading or are we buying holding? If we're buying holding, I'm just looking for these bottoms, man. I'm not too much worried about breakouts. A lot of times if you trade with me in Discord, you'll see hey, Ford's breaking out, okay? Meaning I was trying to buy the Ford down here, man. Once it's broke out, I'm not interested. As an investor, does that make sense? So if I'm an investor, this is what Gerald, this is what GP's trying to buy. Stage 1 on this side of the green line. When it goes on this side of the green line, I don't want anything to do with it. I mean, all my money is going on this side of the green line on my investments. Okay? This side of the green line on my investments. I'm trying to time the absolute bottom by within 4 days, right? That because I do the 4-day thing. So I want to buy this. As a trader, you need momentum. So yeah, this breaking out, bam, that I'm buying that. Now you could do it for your investing too. I just like to get it lower. I'm greedy, man. And so now as a trade, yeah, this is running. Good deal. So in the book, I'm mostly talking trading, money flow trading system. So I'm trying to give you a trading idea. And trading, I want to catch the breakout, okay? That's the safest way because it's actually going your direction. Buy and hold, if I'm taking a shot at buying the bottom and it's not the bottom, it's like what Curvy just said. Fuck it, I'll buy it at 140. So this was a trade yesterday I text out. Bark is breaking out. That's, if you're really aggressive, that's your buy day right there. We're back in the box. The actual breakout was yesterday, and the target as a trader, I'm looking for like 220. That is a classic swing trade. It's the same thing it did over here, right? Once I got my bottom, you know, what am I looking for? I'm looking for those breaks where it gets, you know, starts to break out, and that's what I want to buy, man. I want to buy that. And then as a trader, what? Previous high. Look, there's previous high. And that's just a zone, man. These are just zones. They're not exact science. You know, I see people, you know, if you're drawing trend lines, yeah. You know, you're trying to catch it like that. You're drawing a trend line. But when you get into these zones of consolidation, these are just general areas, these boxes. And that day there was back in the box. I just put a lot of shit into a very short conversation there. A back into the box is the most powerful signal in the money flow. Matter of fact, I don't even talk about it in the book, man. That was going to be book 2. What is your green indicator? I said, buy the book, you greedy bastard. It's the 20-day moving average, sir. Yeah, so let's talk about taking profits. I took some profits this week. You guys, I say you guys, I hate that term. Hey, make sure you're reading the tea leaves of the market. You're reading the nuances of the market. What's working, what's not working. We saw Facebook, total shit show. Look at Caterpillar. A lot of people asked me about DS this last. Are we buying DS? Why don't we buy shit that works? You get what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't mean we get rid of those other stocks. But just because I own a stock that's red, I'm not obligated to add to it. It's not time right now. We got time. I don't have to force those up because I own them. It's almost like you're at the casino and you're like, fuck, I'm losing. Let me bet bigger and bigger and bigger. Maybe that'll help me win. And it's like, no, that's actually the wrong thing to do. When you're losing, bet smaller. If your stock is going down, don't be quick to jump on it. Buy it because it sets up in a stage 1. And you believe that in this environment, that stock is going up. Or if it's buy and hold, you believe over time, it is going to go up. That is the only reason to buy. You don't buy because you own it and it went down. So the moment you don't believe in the shit you own, stop buying it. Don't buy a stock because you bought it once before. That is a stupid reason to buy a stock. Don't add to a stock because you're down in it. It doesn't make any sense. And you don't have to make the money back in that stock. So if you're down 50% in stock X, you could have sold it and bought Caterpillar and went up. And then when you sell it here, nobody's going to say, yeah, but is that the money you used to buy DraftKings? Nobody cares. That only means something to you. You're the only one that gives a shit where you bought a stock. The market doesn't care. Bank of America doesn't care. E-Trade doesn't care. No one cares but you. And if you give that some importance, then your strategy's not going to work. So let's look at, so yeah, if I owned Caterpillar right here, I would definitely be trimming it. Now there's an art to trimming. That's just, I said something very general there. If you've already trimmed it a few times, maybe you wouldn't trim. But yes, especially if I was trading, look, there's your break, there's your stage 1 buy, there's your stage 2 breakout. And oh my God, does this not look like the money flow to me? Oh my God, look at this. Oh man, oh man. And then, man, if you know my bread and butter strategy with the 200-day and dividend stocks, come on, man. That's the easiest trade in the world. It's so easy. You should be fucking embarrassed that you do it. Like, it's like taking candy from babies. It's seriously the simplest fucking strategy on planet Earth. So now let's look at, so right there, it hit the bread and butter. And if you notice, exactly the previous high, bam, on the money. So another one we've been taking profits in is Merck. Now, if you're in Merck with me, we bought Merck if you were in the Money Flow gang like 2 years ago. Keep up, man. Can you even stay in for 2 years? Most people can't follow this for 2 years. I've been following this every fucking day for like 20 years now. Hardcore for at least 15. Now, that means I was doing stocks when some of you were potty training. Think on that. So while you were potty training, I'm trying to figure out the 20-day moving average. So that might have been you, Curvy. I'm thinking, how old are you, 30? Well, I guess not. Not if you're 30. I'm assuming you were potty trained by 10. Maybe not, though, man. Maybe she wasn't. I don't know. RSI is our first indicator that the stage 3 is about to happen. 35. So you were potty trained by 10. So RSI is our take profits. Take profits. I don't know that I was, now that I think about it. I might not be now. So take profits. We definitely, when the RSI is hitting extreme, that's the game plan. I'm going to be honest. I might have done it right here. We did do it right here. What am I talking about? Remember that day right here? Let me go look, man. I'm over here talking shit. I may not be even doing what I said. Sometimes I forget to log them in the report. And I do this so that people know that I'm honest, man. This is what I'm doing. This is what I do with my money. Let's see. 1024 new swing traded Tesla. We're up about 10%, by the way. Came back into the box. Super most powerful. We added to UTSL. And then I trimmed Merck. So if we look at Merck, that was on 1024. Let's see what it looked like on 1024, man. Oh, it wasn't that day. It was the next day. God damn, boy. Now, this here, I wrote the plans to this 8 years ago. So 8 years ago when I wrote the money flow, I said, Gerald, if Merck hits a 70 something, or sell it right there. So in other words, all my decisions have already been planned. 8 years ago, I wrote it and documented it in a book called The Money Flow, but I'd been doing it before that. That's about the time I felt like I had the experience to be able to write a book and talk about it. So in other words, what I'm going to do next week, I've already wrote about it. Like, it's already there, man. This is what it allows me to do, is it simplifies things. And it's not always right. It's wrong a lot of times, matter of fact. But it gives me a repeatable process, and that's half the battle to invest in. Are we still on YouTube, man? Check out Verb. Gerald is the best teacher ever. Well, man, I appreciate that, man. Sir, maybe I'm late to the party, but do we know at what price Twitter will go private? Yeah, you're late to the party on the Twitter game, man. Let's talk about Twitter. I got completely out of Twitter. Sold most of it at $52, I believe, was the going rate. Plenty of the Money Flow gang are still in Twitter. Let me see. Nothing wrong with that, man. I guess it dropped off my list. So I only keep about 3 months here. You see, I can only have so much room, but this is an ongoing thing for like 20 years. My notes, I don't share them often, but usually when the market opens up, you saw the other day I did it, the first thing I write on there is which is stronger, the Dow, the SPY, or the Qs. And then I start trying to decipher the day. And I'm like, oh, tech is weak, biotechs are running, some penny stocks are working. And I make notes to myself and I say, oh, Tesla did this and Caterpillar did this. And it's not everything. It's just like what comes to mind, what is big, what is obvious. As I watch CNBC and I flip back and forth from CNBC and Fox News and scamming Barron's and looking at charts. And I do that for about an hour, okay? And that gives me a good feel of where the rest of the day's going. I check back in throughout the day as I do other things. And then toward the end of the day, I see if what I thought was working out, okay? It's not trying to guess. I'm just trying to be in the flow of the market. That's all it is, man. Just trying to be in the flow of the market. And being in flow is half the step, man. They can't flow you if they don't know you. So I'm trying to be in flow with the market. And every day that you stay in flow, even if you don't really do anything, just stay in flow. Be in flow. Stay with the drama. What's up with Elon? What's up with this? Oh, look, Kanye West doesn't want to sell shoes anymore. Like, go through and stay in the flow. Look what Tesla, oh, they're being sued today. Like, stay in the flow. What's going on with where consumer staples, right? Coke, Pepsi. Where's Verizon, Techno? Where's oil stocks? Where's this? Where's that? Where's this? Where are your kids, man? Do you even know where your kids are? At least you can know where your stocks are, man. So we sold some Merck. We've owned this now for a couple years. So there's a lot of people that quit the money flow gang. They don't get to sell at Merck at 100. They already sold it. They quit. What else did we sell? I haven't sold any AT&T, but let's talk about this run. Look where it stopped. Look where it stopped. Come on, man. I don't know how anybody can look at some charts for a minute, hang out with me, and not start thinking, God damn, man, is this like magic? Look where it stopped. Isn't that amazing? Bam, right there, right at the 200. Everything came in a line, man. 200, RSI. So this move is over, okay? So we would not buy AT&T at all. Not at all. This is not where you would buy it. You would wait for a stage one. That stage one may be higher than $18. Okay, I don't know where the 3 is going to be, but right now I assume this is the 3. So as I look at the chart, I assume it's a 3. We're at the apex. The apex is where the 2 and the 3 meet. Apex is the highest point of the stage 2 move, and that's what we call our anchor point because it anchors the stage, puts in a flag. Boom, this is ours. Anchor it. Boom, stage 3 starts. That's what it means. Same on the way down. Put in the flagpole. Turn here. And then that's where price will turn. But sometimes we got to remove that because it gets broken. And then we got to take the flagpole down a little. And those flagpoles or anchor points are what create these corner points which let you document price history. That's what this is. It's all it is. So AT&T, I have not sold any. This is a buy and hold position for me. I want thousands of shares. I'm not selling shit. This stock is worth at least $30 if they get their shit together. Oh, man. You missed. Oh, did you miss? See, Kurt, if you were on my text list, you would have got a text from me. And it would have told you exactly where to buy it. And I think we got in at one. What did we get in? 202? It was right in there. No, we got in much lower than that. I think we got in on this red bar here when it came back into the box. So I think we got in at like 198. This is how close we're watching. Not just me, lots of people. I can't watch them all. That's what the whole point of the group is. People post shit all the time and I'm like, holy shit, how did I miss that? And so look, next day got smashed, broke the box, came back in the box, and that is our go signal. Now we're up. Does that mean this trade works? Nope, but that's what I'm trying to buy every time, every chance I get, because then my target is what? Up in here somewhere. I couldn't text you though, Curvy. You weren't there. You weren't there to get my text. Took some profits on board today. Congratulations. Was watching, scared to make a move. See, if you were around us, we would have told you not to be scared. And then you would have said, oh my God, everyone in MFG's buying this. I should buy it too. And then we can all lose together. Oof. I like this Verizon setup, but the market hates Verizon right now. I like it though. I'd be a buyer here. Dude, the guy's been power washing since this, and hey, listen, I'm not bullshitting. It's a 20-foot wide area. It's a front of a house in the French Quarter. It's only 20, 30 feet wide. He's been power washing for like 3 hours now. I think they're paying that guy by the hour. Jesus. He says he's about to invest in MySpace. I go out there, I'm like, how much you get paid? He's like, oh, 30 an hour. So this is going to be a few day job? Time to... I'm about to stick it up his... I am, man. Guy's pissing me off. Someone asked me, I've been asked a lot about chip stocks. I like chip stocks, AMD, Intel. But look what's happening. SOXL, someone asked me about that one. That's breaking out. Why have I not moved on these stocks? I just don't think they can go up. I think they're tech and they're cursed right now. What's going up is Kraft macaroni and cheese. Look at that. And I've been saying this for a minute now, man. I've been trying to get people to get the nuances. So if you listen to what I say, you'll see I'm trying to explain the nuances of what I see. I think I even put it in, did I write it in here? I thought maybe I wrote it. Oh, notice on this day, added to UPRO, 1013, amazing turnaround in the market. What day was that? I know I was posting in Discord about Campbell's, and there's our stage 2 breakout in Kraft, Campbell's. These are the kind of shit I would be buying call options on, not tech stocks, not growth stocks, not penny stocks, shit like Campbell's, Kraft, Caterpillar, JP Morgan, like not Verizon, of course, but like these big stocks that make shit that you can carry around in your hands. That's what's working right now, man. So Kraft is flying. We bought some of this. Trying to look, man. There was something I mentioned. Oh, right here. So look, 1010. Now this comes from my notes that I take every day. Now my notes got a lot more into it. This is just single lines. Now, unlike the day trade professor, my good friend, I don't put in my emotional state at the time. If I did that, you'd be like, fuck, this dude's crazy. Like, what's wrong with this guy? I might be crying while I'm trading shit. I don't know. I might be mad. So I can't worry about my emotions when it comes to trading. I got to execute because I'm not using emotions. Stage 1 is pretty definable. Stage 2 is pretty definable. So I might be literally sad. Just click the button. Stage 2. My emotions don't really come into play a lot. Staple stocks, CPB, Campbell's. So watch this. What day was that? 1010. Let's see what's going on here on 1010. So it allows us to go back and look at our charts and see what the hell was I doing on 1010. Oh, bam! Bam! So let's mark that day. 1010. Look at that. Why? That's the money flow, man. Right? Stage 3, stage 1, and you're like, but what was your emotional state? Were you feeling good? Did you have an argument with your family? Did you do your meditation? Did you do some mantras? Did you think positive thoughts? No, I clicked the buy button. I didn't do any of that shit. I clicked the buy button. So, where's it at? 1010. Staple stocks, like TPB, trying to break out. Trim Conoco, start a position in dividend stock KSS. Okay? Like KSS. So look, what this allows you to do is you watch this close. Not only is this buy and hold, but that sets up for a trade. There you go. There's an options trade. There's a swing trade. You got the bread and butter working here. So there's a lot of things going on in this chart. And what kicked it off first was Campbell's. So if I see, and watch this. So as I watch all my, no. Watch this. I shouldn't even be telling you this shit. What was it? 10:10. Bam, right there. That day, Campbell's was breaking out. And so I click over and I look at Kellogg's. And I'm like, look at that chart. And I click over and I look at General Mills. Look at that chart. And I click over and I look at Kraft. And I'm like, something is happening in the XLP, which is the Consumer Staples XLP. What is going on? And I look into the XLP and I see this big down move. And it's kind of going sideways. And where are we at? On 10:10. Now, here's what I liked about it. Watch this. 10:10 happened to be the very bottom of the stage 4 decline. And on this day, it moved above the 11. And I go, what? Oh, my God. Maybe what would be the front runner to this? It was Campbell's and then Kraft, right from our portfolio. And if you don't notice, stage 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. Money flowing. Now we're in a 2. Oh my God. When would we sell this if we were in this? When RSI hits 70 or a previous high, if we wanted to sell or take profits, right? And if we were trading, that's the name of the game. You got to take profits. You got to sell. You got to do what you do. Let's see. God damn, what are all these people coming and going? I love his ticker diaries. Thank you, ma'am. Talk about KISS. Let's look at KISS real quick. That's the day we did that. So that was on the 10th. I started putting in Discord that I needed some retail. Retail had been beat up. I don't have much in the way of retail. Target got away from me. Walmart is my one position. And so I'm like, what could we buy? And I start looking. And so what I'm looking for, and then on this day, studying, reading, doing what I do. Bam. On that day, I'm buying Kohl's. Why? The chart set up. This is where it stops, man. Look. Did it here. It broke it and came back. That's as bullish as it gets. And so this is in a sector that's put in what appears to be a bottom right now. So I'm trading in that zone and I'm at the low end of it. Yeah, I'll take some of that. So what do I buy it with? Well, I go through my portfolio and let's see. On 10:10, where's 10:10? Right here. So I trim a little of Conoco. Didn't quite bang it, but it's hitting all-time highs and it's trading 20% overvalued. And so I take a less yielding stock, a 1% dividend yield, and I roll it to a 7.5% dividend yield that's 30% undervalued. And that, my friend, is called rolling money forward. And that is what the money flow is all about. Taking a 1% yield, and the reason it's 1% is this, I'm up 150% in the stock, and so the stock is run. That's why the yield is so low. There's an inverse correlation to yield to price, right? And so I'm trimming, keeping Conoco, but trimming, and I'm adding to this, and it could have been any other stock, and then it's gone up. Well, guess what? I can't buy any more of this now. It's past my buy point. So when will we buy this again? We won't until it hits a stage 1. And what do you mean? Meaning it comes down, starts to go sideways. That might be 5 months from now. Or it might be tomorrow. Well, it could be tomorrow. Could be tomorrow and then 3 days later, right? Like we wake up, it crashes down, then starts to go sideways. That gets set up. Now I'm back to buying Kohl's again. And when it breaks out, it's off the radar. So there's only so many stocks on any given day that I'm even looking at, right? So back to what I was saying. Don't be Team Kanye. Team Kanye. Let's just lose all of our money. We're just going to blow out today. Who cares about $1 billion deal? You know what's crazy about what he just did? All the people's jobs that are going to get lost because his selfish ass just has to say something stupid. He just can't help himself. So now there's going to be all these people that lose their jobs, fucking all around that stuff, man. It's so stupid. What happened with Bitcoin? We added to Bitcoin yesterday, man. If you were in the Money Flow gang, you might know that. I would have texted you right to your phone and said, hey, man, we're adding to Bitcoin. We'll see. This level here has been around. I haven't added to Bitcoin in a long time. Looked like it was trying to perk up a bunch of pushes above the 20. Bought a little. Now appears to be still a stage 2. Everything is set up for a stage 2 run. We'll see if it holds. Now, a lot of people say, well, I don't base it on how I think or feel, okay? That's not how I trade. It's not based on YouTubers or anybody's. It's just based on value and what's going on. So the 5-day, 10-day, and 20-day are pointing up. Prices broke out, are attempted to break out above the thing. That's all I'm looking at. MACD's positive, so things are positive. So I bought some Bitcoin. And if it comes back down, I'll wait till it sets up and do it again. That's it. Just take the emotion out of it, man. And all you got to do, man, is don't have all your money in a few of these, and then you don't get so stressed out about any one individual. Some people are so long Bitcoin they can't see straight, man. I got a lot of Bitcoin, but it's a percentage of an overall thing, man. Never make any one thing more than 10% of your holdings, because you could be wrong. They could be wrong. Black swans could happen. Man, anything can happen, man. Bitcoin, but that's where Bitcoin's at right now. It's in a stage 2, man. God, I was thinking there was one more. Oh, Gilead. Took some gains in Gilead. This is a long time money. This is one that I was adding. Remember those? Adding. I think people got tired of hearing about, Gilead. Why? Because back when I was adding to Gilead was boring. It was stupid. Nobody wanted to be in Gilead. Stupid stock. Now look at it. That's how it works, man. All the stocks people don't want next year are the hot stocks. That's how it works. That's how it's always worked. So look, if we look at where Gilead is, it looks terrible, man. We've been buying this shit for a long time. Let's see. Oh, that was the wrong one, man. I hit the wrong button. I'm about to say that chart looks terrible. Let's see. That can't be Gilead, man. That don't even look right. So look, this is back when we were buying it. Give me some Gilead, man. Come way down. Give me some Gilead. Runs up. Give me some more Gilead. Comes up into here. What? We want to take some down. Why? Notice why I'm taking it down now? Why? It's where we took it down last time. Why? This is the true value of the stock, guys. This is what it's worth. So whenever it gets to true value, it hangs out for a bit, and then it goes the other way. Because you don't want to. So you're like, why? Listen, if you own something and it's at fair value and you can sell it and raise some money, there you go. Sell it and raise some money. Why would you hold it? You got to have a reason to think it's going to go higher. If it's fair value, and that means they don't think there's a reason. So Campbell's soup is only worth so much. Now, in the world of meme traders, you think there's no top. There's no bottom. It can go to whatever price. Yeah, but in the real world where you write a fucking check for the whole company, there's an actual price. So it's one thing to own something and they just buy a little and it runs it up by a whole bunch of people buying it. It's another thing for you to pull your checkbook out and buy the whole damn company. And if you haven't noticed, that's what they're going through with Twitter. Like a real adult's going to pull out a checkbook and buy this thing. So they can't run it to 100, 200. Nobody would actually pay the multiple that GameStop was ever at. There's nobody on planet Earth that would write a check for that. No one. Only traders would. On real life, nobody's writing a check that big because it ain't worth it. And that's how you know when those things come back, because they got to have an underlying actual intrinsic value of worth. Now, that could be that in the future it's worth more, like a Tesla, a Netflix. Okay. As long as they can keep proving that, it'll keep going, right? But at some point, show me the money. At some point, you got to make money. And that's what the market's worried about now. They're like, yeah, I like your little Roku stick, but I need money. I need money. That's what they're saying. Money, not a Roku stick. I need money, which means you need to pay me a dividend or this stock needs to go up. or I don't want it. That's what the market is saying right now. That's why these, like Facebook, they don't pay a dividend. Fuck that stock. It could go to $10. And there's people like, no, that's impossible. Bullshit. Facebook could go to $10. I've seen it. It could go to $10. Now, would it be bought out or be taken private? Probably. But it could go to $10. But if it pays a dividend, there's a limit. As long as it can keep paying it, there's a limit to how low it can go. Same cash flow in real estate. That only goes so low. But these houses you guys live in for $1 million somewhere, nobody gives a fuck. That could go whatever, up, down. There's no the value on that is based on people living there, not paying dividends, not collecting rent. You get into apartments, it's based on rent collection. Period. 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 It's not based on, oh, look at the view. I love the kitchen. Oh, the kids will look great out here playing baseball in the street. It's not based on any of that shit. How much rent will it collect? Period. That's why Kraft's going up right now. That's why you see Gilead going up. These guys pay a huge dividend for a biotech company. That's why you see AT&T going up. Show me money. That's what the market is saying. So ask yourself that as you're adding to stocks. Where's the money? Is there any money here? And you're like, no. Well, that's why it's going down. You know, look at Palantir. Did it come up with the market? Yep, all boats lifted. But they don't make no money, man. They can't give you any money. So if they can't give people money, it's coming down. That's the problem with these type of stocks, man. You got to know the environment you're in. And when the environment turns, these things will start ripping. When it goes risk on, you're going to see Bitcoin flying. All that shit's going to fly again. It's just not right now. And believe me, when it turns, I'm going to be right there going, hey, did you see, which I'm playing a few. Bought some Dash yesterday. And it's going down, you dirty bastard. It started to rip. Now, so if you follow me on Twitter and other places, when that's happening, if you're with me in our group, they're going to tell you. It ain't going to sneak off on you. Like you just check, go through Discord, look at what I'm putting out, look what other people, they're going to show you, hey, look what happened. Immediately, it's breaking out, man. I want to be on that. And you go, but it turned. All right. But when they do hit and run, makes up for all these little ones that turn, you know. So you got to play the ones to the upside and the right side correctly, man. Don't sell the winners, man. I don't know, man. What's going on with Instagram, man? All right, man. I'm going to let you guys get to work. Go listen to my last reel that I dropped. Why are you guys so stingy with the reels, man? With clicking like and all that. Started a small position in BX. All right, Keithland. Do I know you, sir? Should we be impressed? All right, guys. Everyone, Keith started a position in BX. I'm just kidding. Now, good stock, man. It's one of my favorites. One of my largest holdings, by the way, sir. One of my largest. And, yeah, in the future, don't. You said the right words there, small. That's small is what you want to do here because we're off the buy zone. But good deal, man. Yeah, I'm fixing to do that. Appreciate you, Lisa. Talk to you later or in Discord. Hey, Paul, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm going to go, guys. I'm trying to think. I had one more I wanted to cover, but I can't think of it, so I guess it doesn't matter. Anything I can do to help you, let me know. If you need a place to trade, as always, hit me up. I can walk you through it. A couple things you got to know before you can trade with us. Definitely got to know about the book. Oh, let me look at Apple real quick. But it's always good to have more eyes. Oof. Man, I might take a shot at this. So this is one where it's like you wish you'd have bought the breakout. Well, now you get a chance. I always assume the last signal's going to hold. So I just assume this is going to hold. That means I get a chance to buy back into Apple at the same price that I could have bought it at the other day. Yeah, let me in on that deal. I'll take that buy. I'll take that. right? And so if I'm swing trading, that just means I need a stop. So, you know, I don't know, man. Here's the problem. This was the back in the box day. I'm going to say right around in here. That's about right, man. 144. We got to stop around 137. Market keeps in a good trend. This turns around. This moves higher. I haven't read the news on what jumped it. Looks like the market's turning around. It seems like every time I get on the goddamn thing, it turns around on me. I like this, man. I would take a shot at that if I hadn't gotten in or I didn't have the position big enough or I wanted to get in. This is where you do it, man. I like that. Maybe 135. Yeah, see, this is here's the problem. This is one of those kangaroo tail. It's so far down. I guess it's only $2, right? Stop being a little bitch, Gerald. It's just $2. Yeah, maybe we do it down here. If you're trading it, that's a far stop though, right? Keep you from getting stopped out. And if it does come back into here, you might could build up the trade a little bit, and then we have a run at another one, and you get up into this 257.6. So you see how as I look at a trade, I'm like thinking it through in the future. Like I'm drawing out the future money flow, right? So I'm like, okay, let's say this break doesn't have, I get a little position now. Let's say it comes back down into the box area, and we go sideways for a bit, and then we make a new run, and we're coming in around this 156. So I'm trying to think it through, like what's probably, well, let's say that doesn't happen, and I do have a little position, and then it starts to rip. Well, I don't cry, I didn't get enough. It is what it is. Let it run. Let it run, man. And then your target's going to be like 156. A small trade's better than no trade. I like it. Yeah, then there's, you know, I'm talking trading there. So I'm just talking trading there. So if I'm trading, if you're buying holding, that's easy game. If you're trading on margin, you've got to put this stop in. You cannot hold stocks on margin, okay? If you're trading on margin, you've got to use stops. If you're buying holding, you don't use stops. I see people get this shit so mixed up. They're like, I got it in my buy and hold and I put a stop on. I'm like, why would you have a stop in a buy and hold account, bro? That doesn't make any sense. How the fuck are you going to multiply? How are you going to compound? How are you going to take advantage of sell-offs? How are you going to build your share count? It makes no sense. So you're trying to run a buy and hold like a trader. It makes no sense. Then flip it. You got traders trying to hold their trades like they're buying holders. And it's like, what are you doing? Pick one. And then do them different. This is why I think it's an excellent idea to get it in different accounts. So when I log into this account, this is my crazy account. I go fucking crazy in here. This is what I do in this. I trade crazy things. And then over here, this is my buy and hold. We don't do crazy things. Money goes in, never comes out. We build share count. Our goal is not the price and the balance of the buy and hold account. It is what is my dividend total. How much am I collecting this year? First year, get it to $1,000. No excuse. Next year, let's get it to like $3 or $4,000. And then 7, and then 12, and then 22, and then 30, and then 60. Like that's the goal. It's not the balance. It's what is the dividend collection. That's the way I look at it. In trading, it's only balance. That's all that matters. That makes sense? So if you're trying to do all this shit in one account, I promise you, you will fail. You will write me back one day and go, you know, Gerald, I didn't do that. And then I finally did, and you were right. I know. It took me 7 years to get that figured out. It should only take you like a minute and a half. Wow, what is going on, man? I wouldn't buy any of these chips, I'm going to be honest. No, bro, you're not going to get a premium on that Twitter unless it keeps going up. I think buy the rumor, sell the news. I think as soon as that deal's done, it's done. It's over, man. ET increased their dividend. That's cool. Where do I find Discord? Well, Carlos, you got to own my book first, sir. And if you look at what I pinned up there, look at that comment. Send me a text, man. We'll be friends. And then don't send me no weird sexual pictures, though, man. I don't go like that. Okay, I don't know you, so you might. I don't know. So to recap, I mean, you got to watch out with some of these dudes, man. To recap, wow, dude, we're about to get a. Are we about to get a damn doji candle on Facebook? Wow. Look at that. My man asked if I'm. Keep an eye on this Facebook, man. What is going on there? He asked if I'm still buying Zim. Yes, I am. I'm not buying right now. Just leave it be. We need to wait for this to establish all the news of them cutting the dividend. I don't know why this dividend is so complicated for public to understand, but it really is complicated. It's a floating dividend. They're taking 30% of profits, and that is the dividend. If it's a shit ton, it's a shit ton. If it's zero, it's zero. It floats based on profits, and for some reason, the stock market can't get their brain around that. Working on restoring some old bamboo wood right now. Perfect audio while working. Nice, man. Bamboo floor is kind of nice. All right, I'm going to get off here. Yes, I am buying Zim. I added to Zim last week, I think. It's been a shit show since I got in it, so it is what it is. The market turned. Once the market turned, everything went down. It is what it is, man. Again, it's one of 87 stocks I own. So no one stock takes up a lot of room in my mind. I don't need to add to it just because it's down. I might add to it 6 months from now. It just depends. I'm adding to what I think is going up. This is not going up right now. I'm not convinced that it's not done going down. So let's see how this level holds out right here. I was more happy about it on that breakout, to be honest, but now that I would wait, man. I would wait. You don't want to add. If we can get it at $20, I'd rather do that than, But if just a few to bring your price point down, nothing wrong with that. We added over here, and I think I bought 5 shares. It wasn't nothing big, man. So we'll dribble it. Somebody, let me ask. Look at I'll be live tonight with Campfire Real Estate, man. I might be drunk though. Those guys get mad at me when I get drunk. Let's see. Oh, man, he stopped, man. I can't even think straight without the pressure washer going. Yeah, he stopped the pressure washer. Yeah, there's a good chance on Campfire Real Estate I'm intoxicated. But that's when I do my best work, I'm going to be honest. Nobody can talk stocks or real estate drunk like I can. So actually, that'd be the best way to get me if you wanted the best information. That's when I get real with people. I don't even give a shit about marketing. I'm just going to tell it like it is. Those guys are a lot more professional than me, though. So we've all had to get to know each other a little bit. They're not used to somebody showing up drunk to the seminar. I'm prone to do that. Matter of fact, that's probably going to happen. So it's one thing you'll get to know about me. That don't mean that never stopped me from working. Shit, I'll work all day drinking or whatever. Like, I don't, that's never, I'm not the kind of guy the moment he does that, he stops working. I'm the opposite, man. That shit keeps me working. So, but not everybody's like that, man. Not everybody. Some people, they're not really into partying and that's not their thing. It's like, okay. Why you hating on me? Not that they were, but they had to get used to it, man. They had to get used to it. They'll be all right. They'll get used to it. Yeah, I like, man, not here. You should have already bought it. So your buy zone, if you're following the money flows in here, I wouldn't buy it here. I don't know why you'd be selling it. Look, I mean, this is a massive move down. Yeah, see? He said that's why I got me some beer. Let's see. Kurt says she works all day high. What's the problem? That's called functional. You got to be functional. Yeah. Oh, man. I don't know what to say about, I wouldn't buy it here. It is definitely undervalued. It is still undervalued. It's likely going to $66. your buy zone was here and here. I wouldn't buy it here, but if you're in it, congratulations. I personally, I wouldn't buy here. Now, if you're just getting started, you need to get some stocks in your portfolio, and you're going to buy 3 shares of this, 5 of that, and you're just spreading it out. There's nothing wrong with doing that, and then enact the money flow. But no, I would not buy it here. But while saying that, guess what? I think it's going to keep going. But I wouldn't buy here. I buy perfect. So I buy in here, and then I buy the breakout, and then I don't buy. And then I let it drift. And as it drifts to the target, I'm buying other shit. Get it? That's how that works. If anybody noticed, if you watched that video of me and Carlo, let me see if I can find it. I'll show you guys. Go watch this. There's a funny part in there. It's actually a good video, too. Let me see if I can find it. Go to my channel. Let's see. Go to videos. Oh, here it is. This one here. Carlo in there, he's talking about, I was sitting there at the whiteboard and I got a beer in my hand and I'm talking to Carlo, and then he said he fired his guys for drinking on the job. And then you see me put the can down. It's pretty funny. Your average is 56, bought again at 60. Yeah, I wouldn't do that again. I mean, that's not a bad thing. But I think you can see as I do the money, I'm trying to get that as tight as possible. So in here would have been good. That would have been my last day. Anything above 59, I'm done. So not a big deal. I mean, that's still good, but I would have wanted it tighter. And maybe I break my own rule if I really think it's running, but rarely do I chase because I always have so much other stuff. It's a stage one. Like here, I'd be like, oh, instead of buying this up, let me go buy some Verizon. That's how I would see it. But yay, nothing wrong. But I've also owned this stock for many years, right? So look, there's plenty of stage ones as the years go on, right? This chart just keeps going back. So once we learn the stage one, then you can get really precise with your purchasing, and you're actually going to get to where you're like, you get mad at yourself if it wasn't exactly the right time. It's like, damn. Once you learn it, it's a skill set like anything else. Buying stocks is a skill set, man. Hey, you guys on Instagram, have a good day. Let me check on YouTube, make sure that nobody didn't have a question or something. Got rid of those weirdos from Instagram. It's all weirdos on there, man. Let's see. It's easy for me to see the comments, although I can't see the comments on YouTube. I could if I had it on a phone or another monitor, but then I got to squint my eyes. It's hard to see. Sure you're not Mexican. I did work with a lot of Mexicans. Same, Rodney, such a carrot. Let's see. Let's see. I was just talking about this. I was going to open an E-Trade account. You read my mind. I'm assuming you're talking about separating the accounts. That's it, man. I appreciate everybody being on here, man. Anything I can do for you, let me know. Hit me on text if you want to trade with us. I'll let you know what's up, how that works. You guys be good. Peace.